Okay. Yeah. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Indian Institute of Competitive Studies, powered by Food Tech Club. Myself, Kiranmoni Debnath. Today, I'm going to discuss basics of the food quality management and consumer science. These are basically the two units which I'm going to cover regarding the preparation for your ASRB-NET and SET examination. Okay. So, in that, like in the ASRB-NET, how you are going to prepare, what are the different uh, topics which are important, और किस किस जगह से आपके क्वेश्चंस वगैरह आएंगे, है ना. सो वो सारे चीजें आप हम लोग उसमें चेक करेंगे. ठीक है. आई विल डिस्कस वन बाय वन एंड व्हाट विल बी द स्ट्रैटेजी, क्या क्या क्वेश्चंस हैं, थोड़ा बहुत वो क्वेश्चंस भी हम देखेंगे. ठीक है. सो द एग्जामिनेशन नेम इज बेसिकली योर ASRB ICAR NET और SET examination, and the subject code which is food technology is 55. The two units which I am going to cover is basically your food quality management and the consumer science. Food quality management में there are different topics are there. We will see out of the 8 units, these are the 2 units. So other units will be covered by the other IIOCS faculties. So unit 4 में जैसे कि आपका food quality management में critical control point, control tools, auditing, sanitation, national international laws, FSSAI, sensory, many things are there. Okay. Consumer science, you'll see the food appearance, human nutrition, diet therapy, organic foods. Basically how a particular consumer perceives a food, किस तरह का डिमांड है, कैसे क्वालिटी वो चाहते हैं, कैसा पैकेजिंग चाहते हैं. तो बेस्ड ऑन दैट द एंटायर थिंग्स मूव्स ऑन. ओके. So this, if you see in broad, like these are the basic, like what I'm going to cover is the basics of the FQM and CS, and what is the strategy, how we will prepare for the exam, and how I will take you through the preparation. So unit 4 में broad में देखो बहुत सारी चीजें हैं, जैसे quality control tools, your one second. Yeah. So you have important functions of quality control tool, quality systems, okay, used for quality assurance, including control charts, acceptance, auditing, inspections, critical control point, the different regulations which is basically regulating the food industry. Okay. HACCP, codex, sensor evaluation, instrumental analysis of the sensory. Okay. So there are also non-destructive food quality evaluation. So all those things we are going to cover. But बहुत सारे टॉपिक्स आपको खुद पता चल रहा है कि 8 यूनिट से उसमें ऐसे ही सारे यूनिट में इतने सारे टॉपिक्स विल बी देयर. सो अगर ईच एंड एवरीथिंग यू हैव टू कवर, इट विल बी डिफिकल्ट. सो हमें एक स्ट्रैटेजी बनाना पड़ेगा कि किस तरह से हमें कंप्लीट करना है और हाईएस्ट स्कोर लेके आना है नेट एग्जामिनेशन. ठीक है. सो विल सी दैट. तो कंज्यूमर साइंसेस में बेसिकली सी द सोशियो कल्चरल, फिजियोलॉजिकल, psychological, economical consideration of food appearance, domestic and export marketing. Basically देखो एक सिंपल से एक फंडा बताता हूँ. जैसे सपोज पर्टिकुलर फूड आइटम से एक बिस्किट का प्रोडक्ट है, अगर आप कहीं गांव पे बेचना जा रहे हो तो वहां पे क्या होगा, द SKUs विल बी लेस, मतलब 5 रुपए का बिस्किट ज्यादा मिलेगा कंपेयर टू योर 10 रुपीज और 15 रुपीज. वाई? बिकॉज परचेज कैपेबिलिटी इज लेस देयर. सो उसके बेसिस में उसके अकॉर्डिंगली SKUs आर डिफाइंड, कैसे बनेगा. ठीक है. ओके. So different things are there. Other than that, there are the nutritional disorders, like what are the food allergens are there. So associated with that allergen, what are the different types of issues come up. So वो सारे चीजें भी हैं इसमें. Then finally we'll have the organic foods, nutraceutical, functional foods. Okay. So एक बार हम देखते हैं कि ये जो दो टॉपिक्स हैं, जो यूनिट्स हैं, let us just briefly understand what is the basics और कैसे कनेक्शन से क्या चीज हम एक्चुअली पढ़ने वाले हैं इसमें. सो फर्स्ट क्वालिटी, फूड हेल्दी क्वालिटी और सेफ्टी ट्रेट्स, ये 3 चीजों को जोड़ने का एक डायग्राम है. ओके. हाउ दीज थिंग्स आर लिंक्ड, दैट फूड क्वालिटी, फूड हेल्दी क्वालिटी. नाउ फूड क्वालिटी मींस व्हाट, वी अंडरस्टैंड फूड क्वालिटी, गुणवत्ता जब हम कहते हैं, सो इट कंसिस्ट ऑफ बेसिकली इंपॉर्टेंट 2 पैरामीटर्स, सेफ्टी एंड अनदर इज योर न्यूट्रिशनल वैल्यूज. ओके. तो अभी सेफ्टी हो, जो फूड है, वट एवर फूड आइटम इज देयर, इट शुड बी सेफ. Okay. So now safety will depend upon the entire, from the starting of the raw material to the its production, the processing, the packaging, the storage, everything. All these things will be dependent upon this. So ये जब होगा उसके accordingly अगर दोनों चीज ensure कर रहा है, then the food becomes healthy. Okay. If you see Food Safety Standards Authority of India, which is the regulatory body in India, which regulates the entire food, your storage, your preparation, storage, transportation, everything it regulates. सो इन दैट देयर इज अ कॉन्सेप्ट कॉल्ड SNF, दैट इज सेफ एंड न्यूट्रिशियस फूड, जिसमें हमें ज्यादा जोर देना पड़ता है. सो अदर पैरामीटर्स आर व्हाट, सेंसरी वैल्यूज एंड कन्वीनियंस. ओके, सेंसरी वैल्यूज किस तरह का टेस्ट, स्मेल, टेक्सचर वगैरह कैसे हैं. एक प्रोडक्ट हम मार्केट में हमें कंटिन्यूसली हम ले रहे कोई पर्टिकुलर ब्रांड का, तो द कंज्यूमर विल सी कि दैट particular item I am getting, whether it is what to say, consistently giving me the same quality, consistently giving me the same taste or same flavor. Okay, so those things are important, otherwise वो standard ही नहीं रहता. ठीक है. Now next slide क्या है, voluntary versus obligatory quality and safety system. Okay, so I think there is some delay in the streaming. Okay, let me continue. So voluntary and obligatory systems में क्या, voluntary means what, the system, the different means which are required by the law, right? So voluntary में क्या क्या आता है आपके, QSCP, ISO 9 voluntary standards. But if you consider the obligatory which are required by the law, that is basically the good manufacturing practice, good hygienic practice, as of these things are your the important or you are or which is actually required by the law. So दोनों चीज को मिला के जो बनता है, that is what is known as your quality and safety assurance management system. Okay. Role of food laws, official inspections and customers expectations. Now food law जो ब्रांचेस हैं, ऑब्लिगेटरी एंड वॉलंटरी, सी सबसे पहले नीचे हम देख रहे हैं कि कस्टमर्स एक्सपेक्टेशंस रिगार्डिंग फूड. जो कस्टमर है उसका क्या एक्सपेक्टेशंस है, उसके बेसिस में बेसिकली द फूड इज डिजाइन्ड और फूड इज प्रोड्यूस्ड, वो आपका मैन्युफैक्चर होता है एंड देन इट गेट्स मार्केटेड एंड इट इज सोल्ड. ओके, सो जब आपका जैसे कस्टमर एक्सपेक्टेशंस में आप हम दो चीज देखते हैं, जैसे फूड सेफ्टी और फूड क्वालिटी हमने बताया, जो फूड डिफाइन करते हैं हेल्दी फूड है कि नहीं, राइट. सो फूड सेफ्टी में हैजार्ड फ्री होना चाहिए, फूड क्वालिटी, राइट. नाउ फूड सेफ्टी जो पार्ट है, दिस इज इंश्योर्ड बाय व्हाट, बाय द सेफ्टी एश्योरेंस सिस्टम, द ऑब्लिगेटरी लॉज. मतलब जो इंपॉर्टेंट मैंडेटरी रूल्स हैं, सेफ्टी, GMP, GHP है सब, ये सारी चीज को हम जब इंप्लीमेंट करते हैं, देन इट बेसिकली गिव्स मी the safety of the food. It takes care of the safety of the food. Okay. Now food quality, food quality nutrition, the quality assurance management system, that is a voluntary laws. मतलब आपके जो यहाँ पे हमने देखा था ना, जो आपके QSCP, ISO 9000 क्वालिटी मैनेजमेंट सिस्टम, ISO 14000, ओके, ISO 22000 फूड सेफ्टी मैनेजमेंट सिस्टम, दोस थिंग्स आर देयर. सो ये सारी चीज क्या है आपके फूड क्वालिटी. सी ISO 20000 एक्चुअली both सेफ्टी एंड फूड क्वालिटी both will be regulated. But just to briefly distinguish between the two, you can understand like this. So जो voluntary standards है, this food quality, इसको रेगुलेट करते हैं. अब ये दोनों चीज मिला के आपका फाइनली क्या बनता है, फूड लॉ बनता है, राइट. नाउ दिस फूड लॉ इज अगेन चेक, जैसे हम लोग जो फूड सेफ्टी ऑफिसर्स हैं, they will go and inspect and they will see what, they will check these things, the obligatory part. Okay, जो आपके स्टैंडर्ड्स हैं, जो FSSAI के नॉर्म्स हैं, वो सारी चीजें चेक करेंगे कि as per the standard, as per the norms, the things are being displayed or these things are being prepared, manufactured or not. Okay, so that is how the connection is. Next is what is the difference, the relationship between the good manufacturing practice, good hygienic practice, ASRB, QSCP, QMS, TQM. Okay, so देखो, when we are talking about food hygiene, that is basically part of your GMP, GHP and QSCP. When we are also adding into that food safety, that is basically another what we are adding standard. अगर हम कहेंगे तो that is HACCP. तो HACCP में क्या होता है, hazard analysis and critical control point. तो वहां पे हम critical control point को आइडेंटिफाई करते हैं and then we take an necessary action regarding that. तो उसमें हमारे पास कंट्रोल पॉइंट होता है, वहां पे मेजर्स लगाने पड़ते हैं, so that that particular hazard, whether it is chemical, biological, physical, whatever the hazard is, that can be prevented to go inside the food. Okay, next comes your food quality, means the sensory or nutritional part. So that is actually your QSCP के अंडर में आता है. Okay, so उसको जब मिलाते हैं, so that comes under food quality, food safety, hygiene, सारी चीज में इसमें आ रहा है. उसके बाद जो है, the total thing which is maintained by quality management system, मतलब वहां पे you'll find laboratory procedures, you'll find SOPs, you'll find there are number of protocols which are being followed. Okay, there will be hygiene protocol, there will be cleaning schedule, there will be protocol for the cleaning for maintenance. Okay, so those things which are that will come under the ISO 9000. तो वो QMS के अंडर में आप जब बात कर रहे हैं, QMS बोल रहे हैं, तो it consists of all these things. Okay, next आता है when ensuring entire thing, तो उसमें क्या total quality management, इसका जो फिलोसफी है, फिलोसफी कंटिन्यूअस क्वालिटी इंप्रूवमेंट. सो अब हमने अगर ये सारे चीज इंश्योर कर लिया, QACP तक जो बात बनती है वो तो एश्योरेंस रिलेटेड टू फूड प्रोडक्ट, मतलब क्वालिटी कंट्रोल, क्वालिटी एश्योरेंस. ओके, क्वालिटी एश्योरेंस में क्या होता है, इट्स अ एश्योरेंस दैट द फूड इज गुड, फूड इज सेफ्टी, फूड इज गुड, क्वालिटी इज गुड. ओके, एंड कंट्रोल द मतलब कंट्रोल, लिमिट में कंट्रोल कर रहे हैं, दैट इज द पार्ट. ओके, so it's a guarantee, assurance means a guarantee. Now when the entire thing is done, then we call what we call is as total quality management or TQM. Okay, so the philosophy is like this: continuous quality improved. Okay, that should be continually improved. That is what is known as your total quality management, and that particular thing is related with your management relates to company. Okay, all right. Now let us discuss some questions which are being asked in ASRB-NET in the previous years from these two particular units. Okay, जैसे question देखो, as per the PFA rule, the minimum amount of fat in the whole dried milk powder is 17%, 23%, 26%, 30%. Okay, so now the answer is 26%. Option C. Okay, is already highlighted. Now, अब जब PFA rule से ऐसे questions आ रहे हैं, so we can expect questions from Food Safety Standard Act 2006, FSSA, or Food Safety Standards Regulations Rules 2011, and other amendments are there, many regulations are there. From वहां से questions आ सकते हैं. ठीक है, so वो हमें पढ़ना पड़ेगा. This another question was cordial have TSS. Now, if you see the standards of the Food Safety Standards Act, if you see the product standard, then you will find the different standards, the parameters are being given. तो वो भी हमें देखना पड़ेगा. जैसे TSS का कितना 30% होता है, कोडियल का जो टोटल सॉल्युबल सॉलिड है 30%. Now there is another type of question like central lab of ECMARC is situated in. So we know the answer is Mumbai. Options are given which is Nagpur, Mumbai, Delhi, Hyderabad. Answer is Mumbai. So जैसे आपका central lab is asked where it is located, there may be a question like Central Food Technology Research Institute, where it is located, Mysore. So like that, different types of questions we have to prepare, and I am going to make you prepare regarding that. Okay, सारे questions हम solve करेंगे. BT test in ghee is done to identify the addition of, the options are given as mustard oil, banaspati oil, soybean oil. Okay, all. Now BT test जो है that is basically for the adulteration detection for vanaspati oil. तो ये question कहाँ से आ गया? ये देखो, जैसे इसके related I will say there is a book which is published by Food Safety Standard Authority of India, that is basically DART. Now that DART consists of different small tests which can be performed at home itself to identify the adulterants. Okay, adulteration in a particular food item. Okay, so that is an important part we have to understand, we have to study. तो मैक्सिमम सारे तो आपका MCQs ही रहते हैं, तो हमें उसी तरह से प्रिपेयर करना. Next question is like Consumer Act come into existence on 2006, 1996, 1986, 1989. So ऐसा Consumer Act आ सकता है, Food Safety Standards Act आ सकता है. Okay, so that's such kind of questions you have to prepare. Right. Ginger contains, what ginger contains? Eugenol, gingerol, curcumin, allicin. We know it's gingerol. जो कंटेंट है वो भी हमें देखना पड़ेगा. जैसे आपके बटर में क्या रहता है, what is the flavor which is responsible for butter? Diacetyl. Next, ISO 14000 deals with an iron and steel industry, a food industry, environment management, population control. Now ISO 14000 deals with what? Environment management. So जैसे आपका ISO 14000 हो गया, ऐसे आपके क्या क्वेश्चन आ सकते हैं? ISO 9001 deals with what? Quality management system. Okay, ISO 20000 deals with what? So such kind of questions you have to prepare. ऐसे type of questions आ सकते हैं. Defense Food Research Lab is located in where? See another question related to the location of the lab. So on 16th October, 12th November, 5th August, 10th January. Okay, World Food Day is celebrated on what? On 16th October. Now there can be a question like World Food Safety Day is celebrated on. Okay, World Food Safety Day is celebrated on, we know 7th June is the day on which World Food Safety Day is celebrated. So ऐसे question आ सकते हैं, ठीक है? We have to prepare according to that. There is another question like the golden rice is made by using gene of daffodils, amaranths, daffodils and amaranths, none of the above. Okay, the answer is daffodil. So this is basically from the genetic engineering part. Okay, genetic engineering, genetically modified organism, GM, modified food. Okay, so you can say the genetically modified products. Okay, so that is a part of that. So वहाँ पे आपका ऑर्गेनिक फूड्स, नोबल फूड्स, जो थिंग्स जो बनते हैं वो सारी चीज के बारे में हमें पढ़ना पड़ेगा. Which of the following is spoilage of packed biscuit? Okay, brancidity, moisture pickup, bacterial spoilage, both A and B. So जो product development, new product development वगैरह जो topic is there in the consumer science part, the unit 8. So there we have to study the process of the different product which are being manufactured, product development, and then we have to also understand what are the different quality issues, okay, with the particular product. कैसे खराब हो सकता है और अगर खराब हुआ तो उसको हम कैसे आइडेंटिफाई करेंगे, ठीक है? How we are going to identify that. So that is a part of that. So different food products जब हम पढ़ेंगे for your jam, jelly, pickles or your pizza and different burgers, biscuits and all those things, तो वो वहाँ पे पता चल जाएगा. So हमें पता है कि this is biscuit में oil contains, so उसमें rancidity होने का there is a chances, and because of your if it is crispy and all, the moisture is very less basically in the biscuit, so there is a chance of moisture pickup. So if there is a moisture pickup, we call it as soggy biscuit. ठीक है, soft बन जाता है, sogginess आ जाता है उसमें. Okay, I think the streaming is very slow. Maybe some network issue is there. But anyhow, if suppose this session is not so smoothly streaming, what I can do is I'll make a recording of this and I'll upload in the website itself. Okay, in the IIOCS.com, if you go, you can check that there itself. तो वहाँ पे आपको मिल जाएगा. और regarding that ASRB-NET में बाकी आपके जितने कोड्स हैं, जो लिंक हाउ यू आर गोइंग टू जॉइन विद दैट कोर्स, वो सारी चीज आपको लास्ट में मिल जाएगी. इन द डिस्क्रिप्शन आल्सो यू विल गेट द डिटेल्स, ठीक है? बट स्ट्रीमिंग, आई थिंक देयर इज सम इशू विद द स्ट्रीमिंग, कुछ नेटवर्क का प्रॉब्लम आ रहा है. एनीहाउ, सो देयर इज अनदर क्वेश्चन लाइक हाउ मच फिश इज प्रिजर्व्ड बाय फ्रीजिंग इन इंडिया. ओके, दैट इज, वी नो द आंसर इज 1 to 2%. सो दैट इज बेसिकली अ पार्ट ऑफ, जब हम नया प्रोडक्ट डेवलप करेंगे, कोई मार्केटिंग बनाना है, स्ट्रैटेजी करना है, तो उस टाइम पे हमें ये सारी चीजें, ये डेटा बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट होते हैं कि हमें वी नीड टू डू द मार्केट स्टडी. तो कंज्यूमर का क्या डिमांड है, ओके, सो बेस्ड ऑन द कंज्यूमर्स डिमांड, द पर्टिकुलर फूड आइटम विल बी डिजाइन्ड एंड इट विल बी डेवलप्ड. Okay, I'll give an example of there is a Nolan Good. In the West Bengal there is a Nolan Good. There is a very nice packaging is developed by the Indian Institute of Packaging, IIP. So then which has differentiated the cost. Like अभी आपको जैसे नॉर्मल अगर मार्केट में वो 150 किलो में मिलता है, नॉर्मल जो आपके इन द अर्थन पॉट में होता है, that after domestic packaging that has reached to 300 rupees per kilo. Okay, and if for the export quality it is 600. So you can see the customer choice and the differences in the perception. Okay, how the people actually want the product. तो हम पैकेजिंग को, डिजाइन को चेंज करके बहुत ज्यादा ह्यूज क्वांटिटी ऑफ द प्राइस इज इंक्रीज्ड. सो वी हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड द कंज्यूमर साइंस का मार्केटिंग होता है, किस किस फैक्टर्स के ऊपर डिपेंड करके ये चीजें होती है, ठीक है? ओके, नाउ नेक्स्ट देयर आर सम क्वेश्चंस. Argemon oil causes, or Argemon's oil causes dropsy, paralysis, malaria, pellagra. Now we know the answer is dropsy. So ये वाला क्वेश्चन कहाँ से आ गया? Okay, so क्या क्या प्रॉब्लम्स होते हैं उसके रिगार्डिंग, वो भी हमें पढ़ना पड़ेगा. Okay, so these are the type of things. There are other questions also like this. In one liner I have just write it down. Best method for sensory evaluation of coffee and tea. So that is actually slurping is the best method. Okay, anti-nutritional factor of soybean, saponin. Okay, so that is again your allergen. You can say anti-nutritional factor. It is saying, no? So that is again another thing. Most desirable bread crust color, golden brown. Now this is again the part of your product development. Okay, जब product development करेंगे तो वहाँ पे when we will study, there will understand the what is the perspective of the consumer, how a particular consumer sees a particular product. So किस तरह का अच्छा लगता है. That is basically from the market study only. So best वाला desirable जो color होता है, that is golden brown. That is also a part of the technical thing. Okay, वैसे भी golden brown ही आपका desirable color है, but in the terms of your acceptance level, that is again the same thing. Right? Champagne origin. It is in France. So there may be a question for different food items where it has got originated. Okay. So वो वाले part भी हमें देखना पड़ेगा. Chinese restaurant syndrome. Now that is caused by your MSG, right? So we know there was an incident with one of the uh, renowned noodle manufacturing company that they need to call their product back, product recall करना पड़ा था हमको, and that was because of the presence of your MSG and your lead. Okay, so agar MSG, chemically prepared MSG, if it is added or if it is consumed for prolonged period of time, so Chinese restaurant syndrome and many other issues can be there. So वो भी हमें जरूरी है. Now there is a question. There was a question like a double fortified salt. What is that? That is basically, fortification is basically the addition of nutrients which are deficient in a particular food product. Okay, so उसको जब हम ऐड करते हैं तो उसको fortification कहते हैं. A very easy process and not so costly. There is a concept called double fortified. Double fortified salt में क्या होता है? Iron and iodine both are added as a fortification. Okay, both are fortified. Of campaigns जो आपके food safety standard authority के different campaigns are there. There awareness camps are there. So उसमें क्या क्या चीजें हैं? Salt कम होना चाहिए. Okay, sugar कम होना चाहिए. Okay, and more consumption of your that oil which is having your unsaturated fatty acids. Okay, so such kind of things we need to learn. Okay, so these are basically the different questions. These are the different patterns, the question pattern which are being asked from these two units, that are unit 4 and unit 8, which I am going to cover. Okay, जो मैं आपके लिए लेने वाला हूँ classes. So if you are interested to join, if you have any doubt in the live, already it is there. I think the chat is visible. You can ask questions regarding this, and also, yeah. So these are all the different questions which are asked in the different previous years. So accordingly the preparation we made. So unit or 4 or unit 8 का मैं class लेने वाला हूँ. So on behalf of the IIOCS. So when you are joining the course, you have the entire description in the link, and everything is given in the description. Okay, so you can use the code KRD 2022 to get the discount. And so best of luck and thank you. Jai Hind. If you have any questions, we can see, but there is some issue with the streaming. मुझे नहीं पता whether I'll be able to see that or not. एक बार फिर भी देखते हैं that there is any question. Just a second. Anyhow, I have to do a recording of this. I've understood because the live streaming some issues is there. So that is an important part we have to understand, we have to study. तो मैक्सिमम सारे तो आपके एमसीक्यूज ही रहते हैं, तो हमें उसी तरह से प्रिपेयर करना. Next question is like consumer and commit to existence on 2006, 1996, 1986, 1989. So ऐसा कर. Okay, let me continue. Consumer Act आ सकता है, Food Safety Standards Act आ सकता है. Okay, so that's such kind of questions. Adulteration detection for वनस्पति oil. तो ये क्वेश्चन कहाँ से आ गया? Eugenol, gingerol, curcumin, allicin. Is made by using gene of content है daffodils, amaranth, daffodils and amaranth, none of the above. Okay, the answer X. For your jam, jelly, pickles, or your pizza and different burgers, biscuits and all those things, तो वो वहाँ पे पता चल जाएगा. So हमें पता है कि this is biscuit में oil contains, so उसमें rancidity होने का there is a chances, and because of your if it is crispy and all, the moisture is very less basically in the biscuit, so there is a chance of moisture pickup. So if there is a moisture pickup, we call it as soggy biscuit. ठीक है, soft बन जाता है. ISO 20,000 deals with such kind of questions. Defense Food Research Lab is located in where? See another question related to the location of the lab. So on 16th October, 12th November, 5th August, 10th January. Your World Food Day is celebrated on what month? Now there can be a question like World Safety Day celebrated on this. What Safety Day is celebrated on 7th. That day which there is another question like the rice is made by daffodil, amaranth, daffodils and amaranth. The answer is daffodil. This is basically from the genetic engineering. Genetically modified organism. Genetically modified product. That is a part of that organic. Rancidity, moisture pickup, bacterial college.